Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the hit popular game Minecraft. Okay, so Minecraft is very old. The game was first released on May 17, 2009. And as you can see, it's getting really close to its 10-year anniversary, which is in May. And the game was first created by Notch, or better known as Marcus Pearson. And that's what he looks like in real life, and that's what he looks like in game. So the game made a lot of money. So what Notch did with the money is he made his own video game company called Mojang, and he also employed more workers on the game so they can constantly update the game with more blocks and items. Then Microsoft came around and they wanted a piece of the action, so they bargained with $2.5 billion to buy Mojang alongside Minecraft. And the deal was made on November 6, 2014, making Notch a billionaire. And Microsoft didn't destroy Minecraft, they constantly updated the game. So you're probably wondering, what is the game about? Well, it's a sandbox game, which means you can do anything you want. It's up to your imagination. You can use blocks to build or craft or do anything with them, such as stone, grass, and even wood. And there's mobs in the game, such as animals, such as cows, pigs, and chickens. And you're probably wondering, why are there animals in this game? So you can murder them for food. And there's also villagers in the game, which are found in villages. And inside the villages, you can find farms, which you can steal potatoes and carrots from. And there's also buildings, which you can steal armor and weapons. And there's also hostile mobs, which means better known as monsters, such as zombies, skeletons, spiders, and creepers, which sneak up on you and blow you up. They're the worst thing about this game. Since the game is randomly generated, which means it's completely random when you join the game, there's different biomes, such as the plains biome, desert biome, and snowy biomes. Other biomes include ocean biomes and the jungle biome. You can also find caves, which are underground. And in caves, you can find special resources like diamonds or iron, which you can use to craft weapons or armor to protect yourself from the monsters I talked about before. There's two different types of modes. Survival mode, which requires you to eat food to not die, and requires you to acquire natural resources to craft items and blocks so you don't die to the monsters or hunger or other stuff like that. When you die, you also drop your stuff, but you can go back and collect it. There's also creative mode, or better known as God mode. So you have all the items that you don't need to collect them like in survival mode, and you can play around with them, or you can build something, or just fool around with your friends. And the game is on practically anything. It's on Xbox, Nintendo Switch, your phone, and it's probably even on a toaster. So me and my friends were fooling around in Minecraft, and we recorded a video, and it hit play, and I told them to build a house. Is sound on?
Yeah.
Okay. So I told them to build a house, and they were like, how do we build a house? So they went and chopped down some trees. That's the first step of Minecraft. And what they did was, after getting the wood, they crafted building materials so they can build the house. And I was like, what is he doing? He's running off. And I was like punching at him to get over here. It's taking a while to get over. And he comes back with full diamond armor. I don't know how he got that, but there you go. So you probably know these two hooligans, Andrew Wellington and Jake Ross. They are building a house. They asked, what's the catch? Why am I building a house for you? And, well, I told them, there's no catch, don't worry about it. There was a catch, obviously. In the background, you can see a village here, which spawns randomly in the game. And we're in a plains biome, which means there's a bunch of grass, and behind us is the ocean biome. While they're building the house, I wondered, why is it taking so long? It shouldn't take that long to build a house. And I didn't contribute that much. All I did was remove that one block from the house. They added a bunch of resources. They used wood and stone as the only two resources. They're not very smart in building houses. And Jacob did less work. He just did the roof, and Andrew did the rest of the house. So what I did was I tried to mess with them a little bit. So I spawned in a creeper, which sneaks up on them and blows up. They were very surprised by that and caught off guard. Jacob here was a coward, so he ran straight into the house. And for some reason, the house is perfectly fine. Then I spawned in a ghast, which screams very loudly and shoots fireballs at the players. Then I kept spawning in more creepers, and right here, Andrew goes flying up into the air. More fireballs are being thrown, and this poor sheep here just dies. We later use this for food. And it begins to rain. There's weather in the game. Here I remove my items, then I close the door so that they can't go and escape into the house. And more fireballs are coming down into the house.
All right, Adonis. Good job.
What was the time?